You called it laziness. You told yourself you lacked discipline. You believed the problem was motivation. But the day never actually felt empty. Your mind was active the entire time. You planned tasks. You thought about starting. You imagined how to do them. You reorganized priorities repeatedly. Hours passed. And still, very little began. From the outside, it looked like avoidance. From the inside, it felt like constant engagement. You were not doing nothing. You were processing everything. You opened a task, then remembered another, then reconsidered the first, then questioned the importance of both. Your attention moved continuously, but your action didn't start. Stay with me, because this is the difference. Inactivity is not always absence of effort. Your brain was not inactive. It was overloaded. When too many possibilities exist, decision-making slows. When decision-making slows, starting becomes difficult. Not impossible. Heavy. You didn't struggle with the task itself. You struggled with selecting one direction. Every option carried consequence. Every consequence needed evaluation. Your mind tried to predict outcomes before movement, so you delayed starting. Not to escape work, to reduce uncertainty. You were trying to begin correctly, but correctly required clarity, and clarity required thinking. So thinking expanded. Planning replaced action. Preparation replaced progress. At some point, the pressure increased. Time passed, the task still existed. Now it carried emotion. Not only responsibility, but self-judgment. You began monitoring yourself. How am I still not doing this? Self-observation added a second process. You are now doing two things: the task in your mind and evaluating your performance. Mental load doubled. Action became even harder. The problem was no longer the work. It was the weight of expectation. Your brain attempted protection. It postponed starting, because starting meant facing the gap between intention and outcome. Avoidance was not comfort. It was delay of evaluation. You didn't lack discipline. You lacked cognitive space. Your attention was occupied by anticipation. What if it goes wrong? What if I do it poorly? What if I waste effort? Each question prevented movement. Interestingly, once you finally started, the resistance decreased quickly. Not because the task changed, because uncertainty decreased. Reality replaced prediction. And prediction was heavier than reality. The mind often fears undefined effort more than real effort. Before starting, everything is possible. After starting, things are concrete. Concrete requires less imagination. Less imagination requires less energy. You may have noticed your most productive moments were accidental. You began casually, without preparing, without deciding it was important. Action happened before evaluation, and momentum appeared. Momentum does not come from motivation. It comes from beginning. Beginning reduces variables. Reduced variables calm the mind. A calmer mind allows continuation. You were not fighting work. You were fighting mental simulation. Your brain tried to complete the project internally before starting externally, and internal completion has no endpoint. When you lower the requirement of certainty, action becomes lighter. You stop asking, will this work? You start asking, what happens if I try? The shift is small, but it removes prediction from the first step. And the first step changes everything. Because once movement exists, your brain no longer needs to imagine progress. It can see it. You were not lazy. You were thinking in advance of reality. And thinking, when unbounded, can feel like effort without movement. Once action begins, thought organizes itself around experience instead of replacing it. If this helped you understand something you hadn't been able to explain, you can subscribe to The Inner Lens and turn on notifications for future episodes.